of acceptance for all. And I was given opportunity that I did not have before. And I thought it was time for me to also give back to the community. That's why I am so involved in everything that happens in my community. I'm involved in the refugee community, in other communities in sectors in Rhode Island. And I think that was the opportunity to give back to this country, because I'm just beginning. It's not actually, I've not gone anywhere yet. I'm just starting my journey. And I think this country gives people a lot of opportunities, and I have the opportunity to dream. And when I think about the people back home in my country who have no opportunity to dream and think about future lives and the opportunity to believe in possibilities in their own country, and I'm here, I have the opportunity in this country. I am thankful to this country, I'm grateful, and both to the country and the people that I know, and I will continue to do my best to the best of my ability to support whatever I can. And thank you very much for that.
I remember you telling me that amidst all of this horror, that there were people from Europe who were coming and vacationing. Tell us about that a little, at the beaches.
Well, the irony about Gambia, and I actually say that, is the fact that people don't know what is happening in that country. And the few people who know the country actually are mostly Europeans or Scandinavians who use the Gambia as vacation home. So those people, mostly, even if they don't know, they are not involved in politics, they don't want to be involved, they don't want anybody to affect their, coming to the Gambia for vacation, because it's a country of a lot of beaches, and it's a beautiful country. It's just the governance and the situation that affects the country. So people come from Scandinavia, come there in their thousands every year for vacation. So I think people like that could have helped a great deal in exposing what's happening in the Gambia, in the outside world. But they really care, but they are not bothered to some level. And I think that is one of the challenges that is facing us as a country, getting out of the situation that we are in at the moment.
I see that in one of the pictures in your book, you are part of a class that's graduated from a journalism training program. Was that in the Gambia?
Yeah.
And how does the government look at that kind of a training program? Because was the training program trying to train journalists in ethics and good reporting practices and that kind of thing, which seems to be counter to what they were doing to the journalists?
Well, actually, that journalism class was co-sponsored by the University of the Gambia and other partners, including the government, but they cancelled it because they thought only journalists who were coming out of that school were rebels, causing a lot of trouble, so they closed it. So the only journalism training that's available now is through the Journalism Association in that country that trains journalists at their offices, but the school doesn't exist anymore. They closed it.
And is that particular office, is that controlled by the government?
It's an association of Gambian journalists called the Gambia Press Union. It's very independent of the government. It's very independent.
Okay, so how does that square with what the government expects from the journalists?
Well, the government basically expects every journalist in the Gambia just to sing their praises, to be used as propaganda tools. And if that doesn't happen, we are seen as a traitor or an enemy of the state. So actually, I think because of the government's stance in the country, it's very easy to be tapped in the journalism field, either as a government journalist or as an independent journalist. But the independent journalists usually are seen as the opposition journalists because of what they write. And most of the people who participate in the Gambia Press Union, who trains as journalists, are independent journalists. They work for private media, radio, television, mostly. And the government is really very unfriendly to them. They have a lot of problems and challenges. But they are very independent of the government. They have no relationship, except occasional partnership, but it doesn't exist. Thank you. Thanks.